GB from 10 Papa 1 requesting radio test and brigade time. On GB 10 Papa 1 over.
10 Papa 1 receiving you loud and clear.
GB 10 Papa 1 receiving you loud and clear. Over.
10 Papa 1 brigade time is 18282 summary.
I'm Katy. I've been a firefighter for Bedfordshire Fire and Rescue Service for 3 years. I've wanted to be a firefighter ever since I was a little girl. I used to stay up late and watch London's burning without my parents knowing. And after a few years of working in retail, which was my job previous to this, I felt that it was a good time to pursue the career that I've always wanted to do.
My name's Lorraine and I've been a firefighter in November. It'll be 30 years. So, because I started off as an on-call firefighter back in November 1989. Did that for like 2.5 years. That was when my children were very small, so they were sort of 2 and 4 roughly when I first joined that. Decided I enjoyed it that much that I then thought, well, I'd apply for whole time. Applied, got in, because back in those days that's when there was a height restriction and age restriction. Got in, so I've been a whole time firefighter ever since, although the roles within that, obviously in my career, have actually changed.
On my station there are 15 firefighters and I am the only female. When I first started as a firefighter, I have to say I was a little apprehensive as to what it was going to be like working in a male-dominated environment. But I can honestly say since I've started, I don't feel like I stand out. I feel like I can do everything that the males can do. Of course everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, and if they want to stick someone in a smaller space or something like that, I'm usually the one to go into it. Or if somebody is in distress, whether it be a child or anything like that, I am usually the best suited person in order to comfort them. I became a firefighter through coming down to my local fire station and speaking to the watch commander. Once I spoke to my watch commander and had my suitability interview for the job, I then filled out the relevant paperwork to move on to the next process, which was the written test and physical tests. Once they're completed, then you have an interview, and then if you pass the interview, which I did, then go into a 2-week initial course in order to be safe to ride on a fire engine. What I love most about my job is just how active it is and how challenging it is. I've never been one to sit still. I've always been one to be running around, or when I was at school playing with the sports teams, always a bit of a adrenaline junkie, if you like. I like heights and everything like that. Learning new skills, the camaraderie with all of your work colleagues. And probably the biggest thing I love about my job is the opportunity that you get to go out into your local community and just knowing that you're like an important part of keeping the community safe, and the self-satisfaction that comes with that from doing the job that you do is something that I really do love about my job.
So I started off as a firefighter and I've completed all my exams to go for all the levels. So I have been a crew manager, I've been a watch manager, I'm currently a station manager, and within that I have done some different roles. So although at the moment my permanent role is a fire safety manager, with that, as happened earlier, I'll get a phone call and I will actually go out to operational incidents. So my car has got blue lights and two-tones on it, so I'll actually respond in that. In addition, so going to the incidents, I'm also a fire investigator. So I'll assist crews in actually helping them establish the cause of a fire, or if it's a deliberate fire, then I'll actually assist with the investigation with scenes of crime and the police. So for me, that's an area that I've got that particular interest in as well. In the back of my car, what I've got obviously a toolbox, I've got a life jacket, things like that, but my actual fire kit, so if I'm going out to any type of actual fire or incident, then I'm obviously wearing the traditional kit that that you will actually see, along with my fire helmet. So I've got obviously the white helmet here. However, if I go out to a fire investigation, obviously because the stuff needs a lot of cleaning when we get back from fire investigations, and we need something that's a bit lighter, because obviously if we're going to be working out and about, this is obviously my fire investigator kit, which it's got plenty of pockets in it as well, and it also, with it being a nice bright red colour, you don't tend to get mist, but you can put this stuff in the washing machine, which obviously I've been out to a fire investigation this morning, so I will actually have to clean my kit as well before I use it again. And with that, because the helmet can be quite heavy, then I can just wear a bump hat with that. When I moved to Potton, I didn't realise there was an on-call fire station there, and I worked behind the bar in the local hotel. And it was purely by chance that two gentlemen who I sort of knew to talk to from behind the bar came in one night, and they were actually wearing firefighting uniform, their actual uniform, and they were saying about how they were short of people for during the day, and they just looked at me and said, well, you could do that. And that was just enough to sow the seeds, but it wasn't something, I didn't know there was a fire station in Potton, it wasn't something I'd thought about doing, but it was enough to sow the seeds. And I took the attitude from that moment on. I thought, yeah, I'm going to apply for this, and I took the attitude, I'll apply for it. If I get in, I get in. If I don't, at least I've tried. It's an enjoyable job. You're helping the community. When you're going out on the fire appliance, so back then going out on the fire appliance, yes, you did have the adrenaline, but you never knew exactly what you were going to, but you were always going to be helping someone. So whether that be a road traffic collision, whether that be someone, a fire, an actual fire, whether it's a water related incident, so there's that element to it. But also going out and doing sort of like careers fairs, because there's a lot more to the job than people think. So whereas when I very first joined, it was more incident related, now, actually going out into the instance is probably only a small proportion of the work. So the other stuff we do during the day is obviously things like community safety, safe and well visits, fire safety, making sure that shops and that are safe for when the shoppers go into them, school visits. We have to do the training, the maintenance, online learning. There's so much of the job now. It's really expanded.
It's the best thing I've ever done, and I wouldn't change it for the world. Being a firefighter, it's challenging, it's fun. It's just the best.
It's all about having a diverse workforce actually helps, and it isn't just about strength. A lot of it as well is some of the softer skills that you need. So for example, I didn't realise, but it wasn't till some time after that one of the firefighters actually said to me, we'd gone to a road traffic collision where there was a child in the back of the car, and it was just like my natural instinct to get in the car and talk to that child. And it wasn't till quite some time later that someone said, I'm glad you did that, because I don't think I could have done exactly the same. So everyone brings their own different skills, and yes, you have to be physically fit, but we can do that, females can do that, but it's about, I might have different strengths in areas and the guys will have other strengths in their areas, and it's about having a diverse workforce that actually as a team, you've got a good selection of people.
We can do everything that the males can do. I can pick up all the heavy equipment that we've got in the motor and I can use it all. They should just join.